Yo, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome back to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Episode number 315 today. Today's episode is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the HD60S, the green screen and the key lights that I'm using to immerse myself into today's episode. If you're a content creator or you're an aspiring content creator looking to up your game, then check no further than down below in the description to a link to my Elgato profile page. You can check out all of the products that I use on a daily basis, and yeah, go ahead and get involved. So let's get on into today's episode then, when we start off by buying a few players. So I had getting towards 300,000 coins after absolutely gutting all of my club, you know, and selling the stuff that we got in yesterday's rewards from like Hazard and stuff. So that was actually, we were in a good spot. It meant that we could actually do another SBC. So you can see all the things that have sold, and once again, you know, we've got rid of a lot of rare items that sell for a little bit more than what they usually would, and all of that good stuff. So we had enough money to go out and work on getting this Alaba SBC done. Now I know it's probably expired by the time you're watching this, but again, I'm a couple of days ahead on recording, and I wanted to go ahead and unlock this player before I missed out on him, because he does have very good stats, and I know that I can link him to a couple of players in my team. So whether or not we wanted to change it up and make something a little bit different, that's exactly what we could do. So I mean, you'll know by the time you're watching this how good of a value like the last two Futties SBCs have been, or whether or not they're good or bad value, and based on that you can probably tell whether or not we're going to unlock them in the next couple of episodes. So it was only two SBCs, obviously, to complete for Alaba. It was the Bundesliga and the 86 rated team, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, as you can see there. So it didn't actually cost much at all. He's about 150k or something for a 93 rated Alaba with those stats. Now, if you stick a Sentinel on this bad boy, he's going to be a Club 90 player, which is obviously pretty impressive for that amount of money. Now, the Austrian comes into my ultimate team, walks on in, or runs on in. He's so excited to join the Road to Glory because he just knows that it's a great piece of content, and he knows that he wants to be here, and he knows that you're going to hit that thumbs up button on today's episode because he's here. So hit that thumbs up button for David Alaba, right? It's a weird segue, I apologize, but yeah, he looks like he could be a bit of a madness. So I think he would play always as a CDM for me. And he would be a great centre mid if we had a formation that actually did that, you know, but we don't use that. We use the 4-2-3-1. So I think he'd always be a CDM because he's lacking in skill moves, which obviously I feel like you need if you're in a cam or a striker spot. And from the first pack, we end up getting one of the players we actually submitted, which is Valbuena. So not good. Definitely not good from the rare mega pack. And then from the... Is it a rare players pack? I think it was. We get a walkout. It's going to be Tots, and it's going to be Spanish right wing back. That's not great. It's going to be Jesus Navas, only 89 rated. I mean, it's a special card that I know I can probably get nearly 20k for, so that's fine. It means that we earn a little bit back from Alaba. It means that his overall net cost is going to be a little bit less. There's a Nathaniel Klein in there that I can discard, get 10,000 coins for, and you know, we can just bring the Austrian into our team. So at the moment, there's obviously no space for him. It doesn't work. We've even pulled Goretzka out of the team lately, so I need to figure out how and what we're going to be able to do in order to make him fit into the squad. So as you can see, more of my golds have sold. I literally got to the point where I sold every single rare gold and non-rare gold in my club. So if it goes all of my loans, and then it goes Havertz, and then after all of these non-rares have sold, it goes Havertz, who's the only tradable special we've got, and then all of my silvers. So that's, I just gutted the club. I just decided that I wanted to have as many coins as possible, and we had 236k, and this is someone that I've been looking at for a very long time. I decided to pull the trigger and get myself a 92 rated Ferland Mendy. So we're currently using Mendy from Man City, but we're going to use the other Mendy. We're going to use the one from Leon, who is supposed to be insane. So he's got 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot, which is kind of beneficial, I guess. He's 92 rated with crazy pace, and with a Sentinel, he is going to be a nutty left back, nearly maxed out in everything. So that's obviously going to flip my defenders around, right? Van Dijk and Kimpembe are going to get switched around. You can also see that I'm moving Eusebio up to a striker, because this is what we're going to go for today's episode, at least. You know, this might be my new squad. It pulls Pogba out of the starting 11. And I actually realised after a while, I don't know why I've got Goretzka in here. I've literally just unlocked Alaba. Goretzka's on 8 chem anyway, and I think if I just put Alaba there, he's going to be on 8 chemistry. So in a moment, I'll switch that over. But look how good Mendy looks. This Furlong Mendy looks like a ridiculous card. And obviously a lot of the pros were using him at the pro event, the FEWC. So it obviously goes to tell me that he's kind of good. So yeah, we need him in our squad. So I move Alaba to a CDM. And even though Goretzka's only on 8 chem, we can put Alaba there and he'll also be on 8 chem, which I'm totally fine with. And a Sentinel chemistry style will be coming his way so that we can make him into a Club 90 player. You know, just up that defense and physical, because that's the only area of his card where he needs a little bit of assistance, and it brings Hazard into the starting 11 as well. So yes, Ben Yedder and Pogba come out of the starting 11, but Alaba and Hazard come in as well. It just means that we get to try something a little bit different. And this is how I'm going to play it in game. So we'll go for Alaba and Vieira as my CDMs. I think that could work well. Hazard as the central cam with Havertz up top. Eusebio, Ronaldinho out wide as the cams. I'm so interested to see how Havertz and Hazard work together. Because like him, Havertz and Ben Yedder have been working a treat together. So I was very interested to see how it was going to go. And I was actually really excited in mid-August to use this Hazard because he's a very high rated player and I wanted to try him out. As well as my Alaba, I was excited to try him out too, see how good he could be on the ball and act as like a box-to-box CDM for us on the game. So there's Eden Hazard scoring his first goal 10 minutes into his debut. Just a good ball through and a nice low-driven strike to take it past the goalkeeper. And then he manages to skip past Van Dijk there, which is a difficult thing to do, and plays it through to Havertz, who ends up, you know, getting his goal to put us 2-0 up. So some nice work on the ball and body movement and stuff from Hazard, and a great ball through to Havertz. And it's like I've just found my perfect strike force. They're working together so well. And we're 3-0 up after 27 minutes and forcing a rage quit out of my opponent, whose team was also insanely good. So yeah, felt pretty good just off the first 27 minutes. Hazard getting himself a goal and 2 assists. So pretty impressed with that. Then we go on into this match right here. Another absolutely solid squad. There's not many areas of that team that you can pluck holes at because it is genuinely insanely good looking. So Havertz ends up scoring that. Like, I just managed to intercept and tackle his defender and I just banged it. It wasn't even timed and it flew perfectly into the top corner. And I was like, awesome, nice one, thank you, 1-0 up. I get a little bit unfortunate with the Lewandowski equaliser, but then Hazard scores that and I'm just like, what? I swear he kicks that straight through a defender, but I hit it green and it goes perfectly in the top corner. And this 97 Hazard, boys. Oh, I don't know if he's still out by the time you're watching this, but if he is, yeah, do it. I guess he's probably expired by the time you're watching, but you can see by the close control of the dribbling, like people like Van Dijk don't know which way to go, and I was loving him. Genuinely, I mean, that's another great goal that he scored for us, another green timed effort, and we're 3-1 up in this game. Not going to last very long though, because Lewandowski does break my defensive line once again in order to get a goal back, so 3-2. Ronaldinho knocks it into Havertz, who hits the post, but it comes out and Eusebio's there. That's one of them. I mean, my opponent's first goal was a little bit like that, so you know, we just kind of leveled it up in terms of lucky bounces and lucky goals. So 4-2 to me at half-time. Straight from kickoff though in the second half, he knocks it through to Werner into Lewandowski, and the Polish striker is actually one of the most deadly players I've come up against. He genuinely, I struggle a lot whenever I play against him. He always scores about a hat-trick against me on average. So that's how good he is. So you may look at that pace and be like, he's not the greatest, but he's someone which is just so good on this game. It works. I'm pretty sure he's just a beast. But I mean, I score another with Hazard. I score that beaut with Havertz. And again, I'm just like tearing my opponents apart. Luckily ended up getting goals like Ben Yedder here, cuts back and hits it low driven at the near post to make it 7-3. So I'm still getting use out of the likes of Ben Yedder, and Pogba obviously came on at half time as well. So it's just fun. I've got so many good attackers, so many good players on this game that I'm really enjoying Trent at right back as well, just playing there the whole game. I don't notice any difference between him and Lala, and now Lala's on the bench should I ever want to bring him on. It's just a good spot to be in. My club is so full of great great players, I literally can't play them all. So I'm trying to use the new ones, trying to use whatever I'm finding interesting and useful, and just having a good time with it. So I moved the goalkeeper, but I think a little bit too far there. So Alejandro Gomez puts him 1-0 up. He's got a nice team as well. But I get the equaliser. I think that was a Hazard assist to Havertz again. Those two are just working wonders together. And it was a nice RB cross to make that one happen. And then Pepe ends up scoring. We've got the red 96 Pepe. He can't even get anywhere near our starting 11 at this point, just because I used him for quite a bit. And, I mean, he's great. Don't get me wrong. He is a rage quit machine. But I just am interested in trying different stuff towards this end period of the game, right? So I end up being like 4-1 down and then like 5-1 down. Everything my opponent played through, my defense was just missing. So a little bit worried about what Kimpembe and Van Dijk were doing in this one. But I was just like hitting the post, and everything he hit went in the back of the net. So I lost 6-1. It happens at the end of the day. It's Division 1, and it literally can happen. Everyone's got a team like this. So it's just who's down to being a better player and who gets a little bit more luck and all of that stuff. I got battered, simple as that. And I go 1-0 down in the next match as well to this crazy super team. But then Havertz, again, Havertz does Havertz things. Roof of the net that time at the near post. Mendy gives the ball away, which is unfortunate, as it actually leads to my opponent scoring. And that's a little bit of a negative towards my new Mendy. You know, that's a little bit of a mistake for you, pal. But Vieira is there to equalise for me and get that nice header. I found a bit of a corner technique, which is actually making me score again. I mean, this is just sloppy from me, passing it straight out to Ronaldo. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gifting him goals left, right, and centre, right? So I'm 3-2 down, but I'm bossing this game, so I should be able to pull it back. That's what I think anyway. Until I literally gift him another goal. I don't know how many times I could just pass the ball to him. I don't know what I was doing. It was quite late at night when I was playing this, actually, so maybe I was a bit tired. But Lozano ends up hitting the inside of the post and then can't run to it to get the goal. So that could have been 4-3. Lozano then plays it to Pogba. Look at this quick one-touch play. It's beautiful. And then Lozano ends up getting the goal. So that is 4-3. So that could have been 4-4. And then, I mean, Hazard knocks it into Havertz, who ends up hitting the bar. And it's just like, some games, though, they go in, and eventually I'd have won 5-4 there. But eventually, we end up coming away with a 4-3 loss and a couple of very sloppy goals given away. But at the end of the day, it is mid-August, so I don't really care. It's just been fun to test out these new players. Now, you can see the majority of everything else in my club has now sold. So I've got 133,000 coins again. It means that I've got money to do SBCs should I want to do them. I don't know how much they're going to cost, but we'll take a look at them, see if they make sense in our squad, because, you know, Alexandro might not be the best idea because we've currently got Ferland Mendy, who I'm enjoying a lot, who is tradable and could be sold as well. So you never know what I'm going to do. But Alaba played great as a CDM. I loved him. He's a little bit short and has a little bit of an issue with the physical and strength. But other than that, great player. Havertz is doing beastly things. And Hazard's got 4 goals and 4 assists in 4 games. And I think he's the bee's knees. I think he's great. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed using him today. What a player. So I think that was a great choice to do that SBC. Obviously, we didn't profit from it because we used a lot of untradeable specials, but we packed a lot of stuff which enabled us to do Alaba, and then we still got enough money to do Alexandro or whoever the other Futties SBCs are. Like, we've got actually quite an ability in our club to do stuff, and we've got so many good players that I can just chop and change and switch and whatever with this team as and when I want. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode, boys. Do me a massive favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, follow my Twitter, follow my Insta. Those are down below. Most importantly, have a lovely day, and I will catch you next time. Peace.